Hello and welcome to yet another video. In this video, we will be taking a continuation of the current module that we are talking about, that is the string class and all the methods inside the string class. And we are going to talk about in this video of a class called StringBuilder. So let me just create a new class over here. So inside this, I will write code sapien StringBuilder. So code sapien StringBuilder. Okay. So StringBuilder, let me just write it, StringBuilder. In this video, we will be talking about StringBuilder class. Okay, so let me just write it, StringBuilder class. Okay, so inside Java, there is a class called string, which is what we have already seen. Then there is a class called StringBuilder also. Now, what is a StringBuilder class? Okay, so in the most easiest way, I can say that a StringBuilder class or a StringBuilder is basically just nothing but a sequence of characters, or it is very similar to a string, that is, it is a sequence of character. Now, there must be a question inside your head that if a string is already a sequence of character, then what is the use of having a StringBuilder class? Right? What is the difference between string and StringBuilder if they both are trying to signify, or if they both are trying to understand or give us an impression that they both are the same things? There is one very strong reason why StringBuilder and string are treated as two different types of things inside Java. One of them, reason number one, REASON, reason one is string is immutable in Java. Now, what is the meaning of immutable? So if you look at English meaning of immutable, it basically means that once created cannot be changed. So immutable basically means in English that if something is already present, it cannot be changed or modified. That is what immutability means. Okay. So in case of Java, every single time we create a string like this. So let me just create a string. Let me before that I create a main function. So if I create a string, let's say test. String test is equals to, let's say, hello. Okay, now let's say that I want to create another string, or I want to add to the string something called world or space and then world. Then I can write test.concat. I can write world like this. Okay, so in this case, what is going to happen? In this case, this particular string is not going to be modified. Okay, test.concat is a function that is going to return a string. So I will have to write test is equals to test.concat. That is, I will have to change the value which is present inside test, right? I will have to change the reference of the string which is stored inside test in order to get the correct answer. So if I have to show you, let's say that in the memory of a computer, so let's say that memory is something like this. There are so many empty spaces. And let's say that there is a string called hello in the memory. Okay, so as soon as we execute this line of code, that is line number 5, inside the memory of Java, there is going to be a string that is going to be created, that is going to be hello. Okay, and then this string is going to be referred with the variable test. Okay, when we want to concatenate test.concat world, then what Java is going to do, it is going to create a string called hello world. Okay, it is going to create a string hello world, and it is going to return the reference to that string into this test. So instead of test trying to point towards hello, it is going to point towards hello world like this. Okay, so in this case, we are not exactly changing the value of the string present in this memory location. Instead, we are creating a all new string, and then we are storing, or then we are passing the reference of this variable or the reference of this string into the variable, and that is how it is functioning. Okay, so this is not exactly what we want at multiple scenarios. Okay, this is not a nice thing actually happening in Java. This is the reason why string is immutable in Java. So even when we are trying to use test.concatenate or test.concat and storing the returned value into the variable test, what exactly is happening is that even if we are trying to store the value inside this variable test, what exactly is happening is that Java is creating a new string that is present over here, and then Java is trying to point this variable test towards that string instead of pointing towards the already existing string. So you would expect the behavior to be something like this, that this string would only be converted into hello world, but that is not the case. So in this case, this string is not going to be the one which is going to be modified. That is the reason why I was telling you that Java has strings which are immutable in nature. So because of this immutability issue in strings, Java is going to waste a lot of memory. Okay, because every single time it will have to create a new string and store it in the memory and then discard the already existing string. So this is an expensive operation. That is, it is going to involve a lot of steps, and that is not the good thing. So therefore, in Java, we understood that if we go ahead with operations like this, then it is going to cost us with a lot of memory and a lot of time as well. And it is an inefficient fashion whenever we want to modify a string continuous amounts of time. That is the reason why Java decided that let's have a string, or let's have a character sequence which can be mutable in nature, that is, can be modified at real time. That is why we have something called string builder. So string builder is nothing but a string only. Okay, imagine it to be a string. It is going to contain all the properties of a string, but except one thing, that is, string builders are mutable in nature. So when I say that it is mutable in nature, that is, it is going to be changeable, or it can be modified without changing the reference that it is pointing to. That is what is the meaning of mutable. So string builder is a mutable. So let me just write it. Reason 2, string builder builder is mutable. String builder is mutable in Java. This is a very big reason why we have string builder in the first place, because it is mutable in Java. Okay, so this is how I would like to explain you string builder. So string builder is nothing but it is a sequence of characters inside Java, but it is mutable in nature. Okay, so the reason why it exists is what we just saw, that in Java the string class is actually going to create an immutable sequence of characters, and the string builder class provides us an alternative to string class because it creates a mutable object of string class. Okay, that is how it is going to be. So this is pretty much it that you need to know about string builder in reality. Okay, so now I will show you how we can create string builders. So just like because string builder is a class in Java, so just like any other class present in Java, we can use string builders with the new keyword. So I will write string builder, sorry, not string buffer, my mistake. String builder, let's say string builder is equals to new string builder. Okay, so you need to know one thing about string builders is that every string builder contains a default capacity. That is, I mean, a basic, opening capacity. When I say opening capacity, I'm trying to tell you that the number of characters that can be accumulated inside a string from the very start. It is variable actually in nature, so it can be changed when the length of the string increases or decreases. So that keeps on happening, but a string builder has something called capacity. Okay, so when we create a string builder like this by using the new keyword, that means we are trying to instantiate a string builder instance or a string builder object by using an empty constructor. Okay, that is by using new string builder. So this line is going to create a string builder with capacity 16. That is the default behavior of a string builder. Okay, so it is going to create one second, let me just write the correct spelling, with capacity, and over here I will write string builder like this. Okay, so it is going to create a string builder with capacity 16. That is an important point to remember. This is usually a popular interview question which can be asked to you in multiple interviews. So they might ask you that what is the default capacity of a string builder class. So in that case, you can say that the default capacity of a string builder class is nothing but 16. If you want to create a string builder, you can create a string builder by using this also, is equals to new string builder, and inside this you can pass a number, like suppose if I want to pass 10. That basically means that I'm trying to create a string builder with a default capacity. So by default, if I don't pass any number, then it is going to be assumed, or it is going to instantiate the default capacity of the string builder as 16. But if I pass a number like this, that is basically me trying to tell that string builder class is going to have an initial capacity of 10. Okay, so by default, when the string builder class will be instantiated into an object, that object is going to contain a capacity of 10 characters only. It will increase with time if we increase the character count in the string. Apart from that, we have one more constructor for creating string builders. So I can write string builder is equals to new string builder. Okay, and over here inside this I can write some string or some character sequence, like suppose hello. Okay, so this is like me trying to create a string builder with already a string inside it. So this is like creating a string but which is mutable in nature. Now what is a mutable string? It is string builder. So this is like me trying to tell you that I'm trying to create a string builder with the value hello. Okay, so it is like creating a string with value hello, but it is just mutable in nature. Okay, so this is how it can be. Apart from this, you can also pass a character sequence. just like this, or you can also pass an array of characters, like suppose new char. Okay, so we can pass like H, then E, then L, then another L, and then O. Okay, so if you see this, this is going to throw an error, right? Because it does not have any constructor like this. So you can basically write it like this, which is going to return you a string only. So remember that a string builder class has a way of instantiating string builders. That is by using a constructor by passing a character sequence. Now, in order to pass a character sequence, you can directly write a string. Okay, so that is a better way of instantiating string builders in Java. Now let's try to talk about how we can, how we can function with string builders. So the most important function in string builder is called stringbuilder.append. So let me just write it. For now, I'm going to remove all of this thing that I've written over here, and I will write stringbuilder is equals to new stringbuilder. Okay, so that is with the default capacity of 16. Then I can write stringbuilder.append, or let me just instantiate it with a certain word. So suppose hello. Okay, then I can write stringbuilder.append. So append is a function that is associated with the stringbuilder class, and it is not a static type function. Therefore, it can only be accessed when you're trying to create an object of the stringbuilder class. Okay, so I can write stringbuilder.append, and inside this I can write something like space, and then I can write world. Okay, and then I can just print it, system.out.println stringbuilder. So let me just run this code. So when I run this code, let's see what the output is. I think the output should be hello space world. Let's wait for the output, and yes, you can see the output is hello space world. So in this case, what is happening is that in the very first line, that is line number 7, there is a string that is created like this. Okay, and then at the time when you execute line number 8, that is stringbuilder.append world, instead of creating a new string like it would have created in case of our actual string class, it is basically modifying the same reference like this. And the string builder class is still pointing towards hello world like this, string builder. Okay, so it is still pointing towards hello world like this. Okay, so that is the reason why I was telling you that string builders are mutable in nature. Okay, there is one more class called StringBuffer, which is exactly the same as StringBuilder. The only difference between StringBuffer and StringBuilder is that StringBuffer is thread safe. That is, in the case of multi-threading, StringBuffer would showcase a better or more expected results, but it is actually slower in nature. That is why whenever we are not implementing multi-threading, it is functional, or it is preferred that we use the StringBuilder class only. Okay, so there is one more function which is very similar to how we learned about replacement in strings. So here I can write stringbuilder.replace, and I can say replace every L with every O. Okay, so I think I'm creating a mistake. Let me check. Yep, so definitely I'm creating a mistake. So what I want to tell you is that in case of stringbuilder.replace, we have a function which takes 3 arguments. So the first argument is that what is the starting point of the replacement where you want to do. So I want to do it with 0, and the end point is going to be stringbuilder.length. So .length is again a function just like we have it in strings, and I would like to replace something like this. So I would say, let's say I want to replace hello, HELLO. Okay, so let's say that I want to replace this key. Okay, so I will tell you how we can replace it. So this is going to definitely return a string builder only. So if I run this code, system.out.println, let's see what it is going to return. Let's see what it is going to return. So as you can see, it is definitely printing only hello. So over here in this replace function, if you read the documentation of this replace, it is going to replace the characters in a certain substring with a specified string. Okay, so what it is going to do is that it is going to check, or how should I explain? So in case of replace function, it is used to replace a string from a specified start index and end index. So what it is going to do, if you read the documentation over here, it is going to replace the characters in a substring of this sequence with characters in the specified string. Okay, so whatever this entire start, like whatever we have in start index and the like stringbuilder.length. Okay, so whatever string that is contained inside this start index and this end index, it is going to be replaced by hello. That is what is going to happen. So if I change this and if I write 0 to, let's say 2, and let's replace it with hello, in that case you will see a different output coming up. So let's run this code. Let's run this code, and here you will see hello, HELLO, and then LLO word. Okay, so what is going to happen is that when we are starting from 0 index to 2, that is going to be 0, 1 and then 2. Okay, so these three parts are going to be replaced by hello. So HEL is replaced by HELLO, and then that's the reason why we at the end have another LO. Okay, sorry, LLO. So that is the reason why we have LLO again. So that is the reason why we are saying hello low word, something like that. So that is how the replace function is going to work. Apart from that, we have a few more functions inside the string builder class, which is like StringBuilder.reverse. So I can write string system.out.println StringBuilder.reverse. Okay, sorry, not replace, reverse. So .reverse function is basically, like you would have guessed, it is going to reverse the entire string. So let's wait for it to run. And yep, our entire string has been reversed. Okay, so that is also correct. Then there is a function to get the capacity. So I can write system.out.println StringBuilder.capacity. Capacity. So this will help you to find out the default capacity. So in this case, our capacity should be 16. And then you can use system.out.println StringBuilder.charAt, just like we learned in string. Okay, that is also what you can do. .length you already understand. Then we have a substring, just like we have in case of normal string. So we can write system.out.println StringBuilder.substring. Let's say starting from character 3. Okay, then we can have one more function, system.out.println StringBuilder.substring, starting from let's say 2 and ending at let's say 4. Okay, so let's run this code. So here we will see the output as this much. So this is absolutely working fine. So this is getting us or giving us an idea that we can definitely go ahead and execute with all of these functions. So these are the most important functions that we will have to learn, or we should know when it comes to learning String Builder class. So that was pretty much it from my side in this video, and I will see you in the next one.